that employer is also Singaporean. That is the case for many small and medium enterprises because they find that it is difficult to get Singapore employees. So it depends on who you ask. When you ask the employees will say, very difficult, foreigners. When you ask the employers will tell you, I advertise, I ask people to come. Singaporean will come, work one day, then doesn't stay. I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I'm just telling you when we get the feedback, this is the feedback that we get. Then we have to ask ourselves, if an employer is asking for somebody from outside, why? Is it because that person is cheaper, has the same skill set as a Singaporean, but can do it cheaper? Or is it because the Singaporean does not have that skill set? You have to ask yourself that question. Because if the answer is that no Singaporean can provide that particular skill set, then you can understand why the employer is looking outside. Because he's saying, I need this to be done, but there's nobody here who can do it. But if the situation is the second one, which is that there are actually many people in Singapore who can do it, Singaporeans, but that employer is just, not wanting to give the job to Singaporean, then that's a different matter. So these are issues which we have been grappling with. And over the past few years, we've done a number of things. One, we've tightened up on the work passes. Every employer will tell you it's not so easy now to get foreigners to come into work. They really have to make a good case for it. The second thing we implemented was the fair consideration framework, which is where the employers have to consider Singaporeans first and make sure that Singaporeans are given a fair opportunity for that job. And even then, there may still be situations where employers don't do that. If that is the case and you think that there is grounds for legitimate complaint, refer it to MOM. MOM will look into it. These are the things that we have done, but at the same time, we must also make sure that our people are equipped to do the job. To answer that first question, right, where the employer says that, I cannot find people with the right skills. And that is where Skills Future comes in. Because if we don't do Skills Future, just imagine for a moment we don't do Skills Future. Let's say as a government we say nothing can be done because things will remain the same. So we just take a completely hands-off approach and we say, too bad, don't do anything. Firstly, it would be very wrong of us as a government to do that. Secondly, you must always do something. You must always work for the betterment of people. You must always seek to improve opportunities. And if you have a challenge, you must always see how to overcome it. Otherwise, you'll be defeated straight away. If you don't, look to see how you can overcome a challenge, you might as well not even begin. And how do you overcome that challenge? You ask yourself, what are the skills that are needed for different industries? Do our people have those skills? If they don't have the skills, how can we help them get the skills? And we are helping them through Skills Future, through career guidance, through internship, through Earn and Learn program, and after they start working, through the continuing education and training. So that's how we approach it together.